Okay, C22, what does that mean? I want to open up that for you first of all. Mr. Jan Vapaavuori have introduced to Finland C21, the biggest cities in Finland. And guess who is the C22? Of course, it's Kokkola. It's a nice marketing issue because all the time when Mr. Jan Vapaavuori says something about the C21, the media calls our mayor and asks, what's the feeling in C22? What's your opinion? So we have got a lot of publicity during this. So thank you, Jan, for this thing. But still, C22 is a small, big city. It's not that big. If we don't have that big infrastructure, big money, big resources to do development things, we have to be quite smart in doing development things and opening up things again. I will in the panel try to get these people to tell a little bit about the advantage about the plug and play concept in the industrial park and then to discuss about the future possibilities. But first of all, a short introduction round about the panelists. So Jarmo could start off from this side. Jarmo Finnilä is from Keliber, but please tell a little bit more about Keliber and yourself.
Thank you, Jonne, and first of all, thank you for the invitation. Great to be here. See lots of people and interesting topics. I'm Jarmo Finnilä. I come from a company called Keliber, which is a Finnish near-term mining and chemical industry company targeting to produce lithium chemicals for fast-growing needs of lithium-ion battery markets. One could say that we are part of the solution of reducing carbon dioxide emissions. We are a European solution for lithium-ion battery markets. We will be raw material producer, and we have some way we have an integrated lithium production in the future. We have our own ores, which we will then turn to lithium chemicals. We are a mining company, but then again, not just a mining company. We will be a chemical industry company as well. So that's
all now at the moment, yes. We will come back a little bit to Keliber and why you have chosen Kokkola. Anna, Klemets, please tell about yourself.
Thank you, Jonne. Thank you for having me. Merius is a company that plans and executes or helps execute big investment projects, mainly in the large-scale industrial area. Our scope goes from production lines, material handling to heavy steel constructions. We focus on collecting complex data and making them visual and understandable for the larger audience, so all stakeholders. A great example of what we do can be seen at the Invest in Kokkola booth in the back, so please have a look at that.
Thanks, that's great. And then we have Tomi Kohtanen, who is from Elisa, and Elisa do have a quite big center in Kokkola, but Tomi, please tell a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm a guy quite newbie in the company, Elisa. I started in August. And the greatest surprise for me in the company was that what kind of transformation the traditional telecom operator has done in the last 10 years to become a sort of IT multi-talented operator and service provider. And indeed, it's been quite interesting history with us in Kokkola. So it's very interesting point at the moment when we see all these new technologies and services also emerging for the market, removing basically the distances from Helsinki or whatever bigger city. So it's interesting potential also for Kokkola.
Thank you, Tomi. And then finally, but not least, Jari Isohanni from Centria University of Applied Sciences. And You are the brain behind Tankar AR solution.
Yeah, we are the brain and we are the workforce behind that. But it wasn't our work, it was a cooperation between city, between our university, between the companies in Kokkola. But thanks for having me, or not actually having me, our CEO was invited, but I was sneaky and stole the invitation as I
Me
saw
too.
this event as a great way to post media on social media. But thanks for having me. I try to represent the educational and research and development side. We are quite heavy. We are a small university, but we are heavy on the research and development side.
Okay, thank you. Now you pretty much know who is here on the stage at the moment. I spoke about the plug-and-play concept, the idea that it's very easy to come to industrial park, Kokkola Industrial Park, and Keliber have recently made a decision that they will establish a factory there. And I know, Jarmo, it was a quite long discussion inside Keliber about the reasons why to come to Kokkola, but could you briefly tell why you did choose Kokkola and to invest there?
Yeah, I try to be brief, but starting from where we are, our operations will be located in central Oslo-Bothnian area, which is unique in Finland, unique in Europe, because it's lithium potential. So the ores are there, you can't move those. They exist in the bedrock. So these ores are located in the municipalities of Kaustinen and Kokkola mainly. And earlier we were developing our whole production chain to be built in Kaustinen. So starting from the mines and then minerals processing and lithium chemical production was bound to be located in Kaustinen, which is about 50 kilometers from city center of Kokkola and 500 kilometers from city center of Helsinki. But in any case, then we started the evaluation process if we could do something differently, for several reasons, but we did quite a long evaluation, long discussions, and the decision making took quite a long, I suppose. And the decision was that we remove the lithium chemical plant from the production chain, take it from Kaustinen and take it to Kokkola Industrial Park, for several reasons. First of all, Kokkola Industrial Park has land zoned, over 70 hectares of land zoned for the needs of heavy chemical industry. But more importantly, Kokkola Industrial Park has everything that chemical industry company needs right there. As Jonne showed the picture earlier, you can buy everything, almost every resource from the site, what is produced or recycled in the site of Kokkola Industrial Park. So we get, let's say, water, heat, steam, electricity, gas, acids, and so on, right from the Kokkola Industrial Park, produced there. And that's an important thing. That's really important thing. And made a lot of our decision-making process. And of course, other services, as Jonne mentioned, even eating is easy there. So you don't have to build these things for yourself. You just buy from these companies. And for example, education as well. It's provided, it's good education for chemical industry point of view. There is a lot of experience on that. So one of our advisors actually told us after we had made the decision, one of our technical advisors, that that was no-brainer. We were, yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, that's true, and it's place to be. So it's a real plug-and-play environment for the chemical company like us, or we will be in the future. So
you could say that that's the big reason, and that's the smart thing that have been done, that there is a plug-and-play concept in Kokkola. Tomi, you have the quite big contact center up north in Kokkola, and how do you see what challenges and possibilities are they in running a contact center in Kokkola?
One of the key elements is the basically native bilingual staff, Finnish and Swedish. We in the company, we want to provide those services, customer services for our customers throughout the Finland. So it's relatively easy to find staff there. Of course, the place has also its history, its roots from the previous companies which have been merged over the years. So, of course, the property price is reasonable there. It's relatively easy to find suitable places, also suitable places for the people, for the worker. They have all the services needed around the city.
Can you find workers, or is it easier to find workers up there and motivated people and so on?
So far, it hasn't been any problem in that sense. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we will come back a little bit to the distance work things later on.
Joni, I have one question.
Jari, yeah.
We have a lot of multinational students in our city. Do you offer a job for those, or do you take advantage of our student potential here?
In most cases, our people in Kokkola, they are customer service officers, so they need to have decent Finnish or Swedish skills. Yeah. So that might be tricky.
Yeah, but in the future it could be option that we have a lot of multinational
students.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
This is often speaking about foreign students. Also in the industrial park, it's a safety issues that they know the languages. That's the challenge. Let's move on. Benefits of industrial cluster in a smart city context. As we have mentioned that our chemical cluster is world famous actually, and in Europe it's very well known. Merius have established their business in the industrial park, and I would like to ask Anna, how do Merius look at the potential in growing in the industrial park, and how has it helped you to grow there and establish your business there?
There is a great sense of synergy and trust between the companies in the Kokkola Industrial Park. We can see this in the way that our customers trust us as we do business with them. And this gives us, again, the possibility to give it gives us the freedom to give our customers what they need, which is not always what they ask for. And this then again results in us exceeding our customers' expectations. And that then again can be seen in growth in the company.
Have you had the big help when you sell your services to other locations that you can say that your references are in the cluster in Kokkola?
Of course, yes.
Jari, research and development issues. I know Centria have been doing things also and using industrial park as a living lab in one way and testing things. Could you tell a little bit more about those benefits and possibilities?
Yeah, as Anna mentioned, it's like an infinite place where we're able to mine the ideas, mine the innovations. There's 70 companies working together in a circular economy. So once they get some idea, they bring it to us, and very rapidly we're able to bring the idea and develop the idea back to them, and they are able to start to use our solutions within the industrial park. So it fosters new ideas, so it's very fruitful environment to work. It's like an endless innovation platform.
So with the ecosystem there, it benefits both companies and then the university also, that you have really the potential and things feed up and start to grow when you come in there.
Yeah, and some of those ecosystems has been built together by companies and the research and development organizations. So that's a big benefit. We both know the systems and how they work in the industrial area.
And this is also, of course, possible in a smaller city again, when you have a quite tight system. You have not so many people there, so it's quite quickly to get to know people, involve them, engage them, and get something new done also. there with a clear aim. Of course, the challenge is that a smaller city can't go on with several different things, so you have to choose things that you push and try to make and create new things. So City of Kokkola, in city strategy, we have been choosing quite heavily the chemicals industry as one big thing that we will go on with in the future. I know, Jari, also that Centria is in SAP business somehow. Could you open up a little bit about this new thing?
Yeah, we started with SAP. Actually, we bought the education from them, but they quite in short time they realized that our University of Applied Sciences and Kokkola is a very rapid environment to work. They found that we have a business students and then we have the IT students. And they saw that we created a mixed environment where the business students and the IT students work together. And that was something new to SAP. So we do support the old SAP way to work, but now we foster their SAP Next Generation Lab, which is a tool that is aimed for small and medium-sized companies. And we do all the development work in that Next Generation Lab. So we support our local small and medium-sized companies.
This is quite interesting also that we have a lot of labs in Kokkola that can simulate and do things. Of course, because we have quite a lot of regional development money, so we have been using it to create new platforms for development, for companies, for universities, and so on. Let's move on again, maybe more into the future, and I try to provocate these people a little bit to say something new, bring up some new ideas. Future work in C22 city. We are competing about specialists, knowledge people that come to work to Kokkola, help our companies to grow and bring up new businesses. So first of all, Anna, I know you have moved to Kokkola and you are a super specialist. How do you see that a city like Kokkola can compete about the specialists? What are the things that we should bring to the people at least?
I have 3 points. First of all, it's very nice to see how Kokkola has developed in recent years. And there is a big focus on developing the city. Secondly, education. We have a wide range of education in Kokkola, and you can see how the educational sector and the universities have a focus on and look to the business sector to develop and adapt their study programs to match the businesses in the area. Thirdly, the area needs companies like Merius, which focus on always getting better, developing, using new technology. That's what brought me to Kokkola and Merius.
And this last thing is actually a little bit challenge because we have a lot of entrepreneurs, yes, in the region, but to get those people to grow, they are good on hand skills and good on selling, but still to get the businesses to grow, that's a challenge that we work with pretty much also. Tomi, I know one guy from your company in our strategy discussions discussed about a competence center about remote working that could Kokkola be like that. How would that sound in your ears that if we would push really remote working as a possibility in Kokkola?
I think that is a very good idea as the more or less digital world removes the barriers. It removes the physical distances. So it doesn't really matter where you work as long as you are comfortable with the environment and you have all the sort of accessories, all the networks around you, so that you can feel at home wherever you are. So in that sense, yes, push on that strategy.
Yeah, this was one thing I really realized also, that we have good communications. We have the railway from Helsinki, from Oulu, we have the airport, we have roads to Kokkola, and Finland third biggest port also there. But still, this is really, you can work distance to some place and have a quite nice life living there outside on the countryside. So this is an interesting topic to work with in future, I think. Jarmo, how do you see that you will find people for your mine, and what is the future mine workers competence profile, and what does his or her work look like in the future?
Well, to pick up what Jari said there, if you think about mine in 2030, for example, you can perhaps work for our mine, everyone. We are hiring in the future. You can work in our mine in Kaustinen, not leaving downtown Kokkola, for example. This is reality partly already. So the dirty mine work is becoming more and more digital work. You remote control the equipment, the machines. That is where the development is going. And I believe that even someday, there are autonomous machines and vehicles driving around in the mines, but we need people still, and that's the future in a way.
This is of course with chemical industry also, that you need good education to keep up the process,
Right.
and the processes are quite big that you take care of as one person. Jari, what kind of competence do you produce from Centria to younger people at the moment that you feel that you are very proud of the competence areas?
I would talk about music if I would know more about that. But we are one of those educational organizations that offer a professional music career path, but I'm not the expert on that one, so I will talk about digitalization. What I'm proud of is that we teach not depending on the studies that you're taking, is it music or is it something else, it's on the nursing side. We teach the basic digitalization skills. When it comes to using the computers, using the remote working tools, we develop a certain baseline for all of these students. So they are able to tackle the challenges that come with the digitalization. So that's something that I'm proud of.
So they need a quite broad knowledge for the future.
Yeah, and they need how to use machine learning, how to use artificial intelligence, what it's used for and what it's not used for.
From Tomi, I would like to ask now a consulting question. What should City of Kokkola push really in the data or digitalization things to be the best city of the small cities in Finland? What is the main topic that we should work with?
Oh, this is a hard one.
No pressure.
I would say that, as the previous speaker was pointing out, you already have quite a lot of data. Perhaps you should more or less dig into that and study the behavior of the people who are living in Kokkola, or searching something from Kokkola, or how the companies are actually behaving, and then attack those things which seem to be problematic, and make it easier for them. It should be easier for people and the companies to buy something from you. I mean, buy a place to live, or establish their new lives in Kokkola. So study the data and dig into that interesting points, what you can find.
In a smart city content, we will close up the discussion, but briefly, in the smart city content, so the clue and hint, what is really the thing that makes Kokkola to be the smart city in future? And Anna, please, do you have any ideas?
I will continue on this subject. We have a lot of data, People are collecting data in different ways. Now we need to make it accessible and get people to use that data in a good way.
Yeah. Data, so actually the knowledge that we have or the things that we have and collect. So actually for the municipality to collect data and bring it out to companies, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think time starts to be up now and hopefully you guys here in the audience did get some ideas and really opened up your eyes that smaller cities can be good testing platforms, development platforms. You can quite quickly come in and do pilot testing in the smaller cities. So please come and work with the city of Kokkola and the companies around there. Thank you.
Thank you.